Thanks, Nick. Yes, I'm Louis Kerman, back with an all-new Keeping It Real, and I'm feeling quite at home with this episode's theme of movie making. Since summer's here, almost, and the weather has turned for the better, finally, instead of just one review this month, I thought I would offer my own preview of the season's coming attractions. Now, because Hollywood has gotten complacent offering sequels and remakes and reboots, I've decided to ignore those, as the behemoth studios and their marketing machines won't really need me to help push them anyway. Plus, if I could be honest for a moment, I'm just bored with their output. No, I haven't seen Infinity War or the Han Solo flick, and I don't even care if you spoil them for me. So, instead, I'm going to anticipate a small group of films coming out that are actually rather unique. So, without further ado, here's my list of summer movies to watch for in order of release. Starting out on June 1st, we have American Animals. This is based on an incredible but true story about 4 college students who attempt one of the most daring heists in U.S. history.
You're in, or you're out. You're in, or you're out.
How can I tell you if I'm in or I'm out without you telling me the first thing about what I might be in or out of?
This would be something dangerous and very exciting.
Dunkirk's Barry Keoghan plays the ringleader of the group. This is also the writing and directing feature debut of documentary producer Bart Layton.
Let's do this.
Speaking of documentaries, we will also see the wide release of the documentary Won't You Be My Neighbor? You can pretty much guess what this one's about. Morgan Neville, director of the Oscar winner 20 Feet from Stardom, uses never-before-seen archival footage as well as in-depth interviews of associates to tell the story of how Fred Rogers became one of the most beloved and trusted media personalities on television.
He was always trying to get a message across in every show. A week on death.
What does assassination mean?
On divorce.
Some people get married, and after a while, they're so unhappy that they don't want to be married anymore.
He was radical. I know everyone says that, but he was radical.
They didn't want black people to come and swim in their swimming pools. My being on the program was a statement for Fred.
Won't You Be My Neighbor will be out on June 8th.
I'm not feeling blue right now.
On June 15th, we have New Line Cinema's release Tag, starring Ed Helms, Hannibal Buress, John Hamm, and Jeremy Renner. Now, if you can believe it, this is also based on a true story about a group of friends who carry out the same game of tag for close to 3 decades.
What?
Synchronize your watches.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't wear a watch.
Time is a construct.
It seems like the game has really kept you guys connected.
All right, so good to see you. Come on, it's been a while since we've done this.
This game has given us a reason to be in each other's lives.
I think your dad would have really wanted you to be. Yeah.
Co-starring Isla Fisher, the film's trailer at least gives hope that this will be a more character-driven comedy in the vein of Pineapple Express or The Hangover. On June 22nd, Clawson native David Robert Mitchell of It Follows fame returns with a new thriller, Under the Silver Lake. Andrew Garfield plays a nameless slacker turned detective when his neighbor, played by the always cinegenic Riley Keough, goes missing. He soon discovers a vast, bizarre conspiracy involving coded messages and the rich and famous in a way that recalls The Big Sleep, if The Big Sleep was written by Hunter S. Thompson.
A little.
Welcome to Purgatory.
Good to be here.
You're living in a carnival, hoping to win a prize. What are you gonna win?
Under the Silver Lake.
Skipping ahead a couple of weeks, we get to a movie I've been wanting to see since the trailer dropped back in March, Sorry to Bother You. Lakeith Stanfield has become one of my favorite actors in recent memory, with a wide range of roles in films like Get Out, Miles Ahead, Crown Heights, as well as the hit TV series Atlanta. Here he plays a telemarketer who finds the secret to advancement in a rather politically incorrect satire on corporate success.
Let me give you a tip. You want to make some money here? Use your white voice.
My white voice?
I'm not talking about Will Smith's wife, like this young blood.
Hey, Mr. Kramer. This is Langston from Regal View.
As always, we'll be getting that out to you right away.
You're doing so good with the voice thing.
Holla, 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 holla!
Co-starring Tessa Thompson, Armie Hammer, and Terry Crews, Sorry to Bother You is the writing and directing debut of Chicago-based rapper Boots Riley. The film comes out on July 6th.
Some for the homies and some for me!
We're going to skip ahead now to August. Veteran director Spike Lee returns with what is arguably his most anticipated movie in years, Black Klansman. Starring John David Washington and Adam Driver, this is yet another incredibly true story about Colorado Springs detective Ron Stallworth, who in the 1970s helped to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan with the help of his partner Flip Zimmerman.
Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God. Last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America.
Co-starring Topher Grace as David Duke, this film took the grand prize at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival. Release date is set for August 10th.
America first. America first.
That following week, Warner Brothers releases the dramedy based on the Kevin Kwan novel, Crazy Rich Asians.
What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding.
Constance Wu of ABC's Fresh Off the Boat is one of today's most underrated actors, but here she takes center stage as a middle-class college professor traveling with her boyfriend, played by Henry Golding, to Singapore for his best friend's wedding. It's only there that she discovers that he belongs to one of the wealthiest families in Asia.
Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry. Mom, this is Rachel Chu.
She just thinks you're some, like, unrefined banana.
No. Those are a few fingers.
Yellow on the outside, or white on the inside.
Co-starring Michelle Yeoh and Ken Jeong, the film's scheduled to be released on August 15th. Now, closing out the summer, I'm looking at a Lionsgate release, the sci-fi fantasy titled Kin. Starring newcomer Miles Truitt, Jack Rayner, Zoe Kravitz, and Dennis Quaid, the story tracks an ex-con and his little brother as they go on the run from a crime lord, while one of them discovers a weapon of otherworldly origin.
Let him go.
The hell's that thing?
Now, the standout factor for me on this flick is that I personally know one of the writers, Daniel Casey. He's a Royal Oak native, American Film Institute graduate, and recently has been tapped to write the next entry of the Fast and Furious series. Congratulations, Dan.
Can't believe this whole time you haven't told me this. Go, go!
Get away from my brother.
Maybe keep that thing on the first mode, yeah?
Kin will be out on August 31st. So that's it, my summer picks for 2018. So what do you think? Was there something I overlooked? Should I talk about another flick? Let us know on our Facebook page at tvwarren.thespotlight. So for right now, I'm going to send it back over to Nick. I'm Louis Kerman. This has been Keeping It Real.